You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when we thought the Packers and the Lions were going to be here? Yeah, neither do I. So now, this is the game we got. It should have been us, but it isn't. Let's just enjoy the chaos while we can. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Super Saturday edition of another stupid sports show. Foster, Sean, Tim, Kung Fu, William, and maybe even True North. I know he's not very happy about who's playing today, and I don't blame any Packers fans for not watching this, to be honest, because two NFC rivals that have been thorns in the side of Packer Nation for many games, many years, and True North is, of course, only here for Cat. Yeah. Playoff Geno did have to happen, and that's all we have now. The Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith, Kevin Walker, and gum chewer Pete Carroll against Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, as has been repeatedly drilled into our heads over the past 2 months, plus CMC and Debo and George Kittle and whatever Kyle Shanahan brings to the table. The San Francisco 49ers, they are playing in Santa Clara, which is supposed to be having rain today, so that could make things very interesting. And official welcome, as Monty sings the song of his people and demands to be let outside so he can lick the front porch. I have some odd animals in this place. My name is Jim B. I am glad to be back here. I've had a very restful and relaxing day. I've been excited for this game to get started. I know it's supposed to be obvious. The Niners are favored by 9 to win. Everybody thinks that Seattle is just going to get absolutely crushed. Honestly, folks, you never know. Oh yeah, the Bruins are playing the Leafs this evening for their second meeting of the season. Tim, you might have missed it, but I was shocked by Thursday night's game with the Bruins against the Kraken. I couldn't believe it turned out the way that it did. I was completely agog. It's like the part that surprised me the most was that the Bruins came out into the third period with absolutely no energy. All the pressure and, battling for the puck that they had done in the first and second periods didn't happen. I didn't get it. Yeah, Seattle is weird. Seattle received first. I believe that San Francisco deferred, and they're going to kick it short. And he gets stopped at the 20-yard line. Oh, and there's the first mention of the game of, yes, Russell Wilson, the trade is mentioned. So if you have that on your cards, mark it off. There's Geno, got the team record for the Seattle Seahawks for completion percentage and yards in the season, and now we start with a run from Mr. Kenneth Walker, and they're going to give him 9 on that. He just kept going and going. And the cheers are loud for defense. We have 2 rookie tackles starting for the Seattle Seahawks, and of course the rookie Kenneth Walker has made a big splash for not only the team but also people's fantasies, I would think. Oh yeah. Bruins have the best Goal differential in the third period. Yeah, that's what really surprised me. I was surprised they got shut out. And there's that 49ers run defense that will lead to at least a loss of 1 and a third down. While I'm thinking about this, let's make it official. We got Seattle starting with the ball. And Foster has card number 30. And, oh, damn. I don't have you on the usual list of people joining us for the game. Let me change that, Foster. And you got card 30. John got card number 9. Thank you, everybody. And Sticks got card 16. Gino operating out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. And now, here comes that pressure. Gino goes down, and Armstead will get the first sack of the game. Oh yeah, well, I've started building a list, Foster, of everybody who's ever played, just so I could, just get their names down again. Not have to write their names over and over and over and over and over. And so now I just changed the numbers. And yep, there is first sack of the game. Mark that off if you got it. Dixon now out to punt. It from inside the 5 is where he's starting. Will get the punt away. Fair catch called for. We got about 12:35 to go. My timer is a little off because I did some futzing around to try to simplify things as far as button pushing and all that. And then, so I also did that with my timer as well, so I don't have to keep futzing around with different programs and the mouse. Don't worry, Monty. Vikings-Giants is tomorrow. You don't have to panic yet. All right. Kittle in motion out to the left side of the line. They will fake the handoff, and you will wait up the middle and overthrows Debo. And it was nearly, and it was, well, the Seattle secondary had a chance to pick it, but slipped before he could get back in there. Ooh. Yeah, that was some good fun last time. Yeah, the mods did a very late holiday gift exchange last night, and I was fortunate enough to receive some microfiber towels and rechargeable batteries over the middle, and that is a catch for Ayuk, who is now in Seattle territory. Going to be a quick breaking route on the inside. Yes, they can be on the same play, as we've seen. There's a couple other things that have been simplified. I put punt and kick return touchdowns are now under special teams touchdowns, and that also includes if there is a turnover and the special teams for the kicking team is able to make a return. And now we've got a nice run to the outside by who else but Deebo Samuel. Wow. I thought part of his contract was that he didn't have to be the running back anymore. Oh yeah, we got like 22 of them together in one place at the same time. It was an organizational wonder. Very nearly a face mask, but good effort by the defender to keep his hand away from the helmet and the face. There's Uchek going around to the right side of the line. Oh boy. And now San Francisco has to use their first timeout because the play clock was running down. It'll stop the game at 11:12. We'll just let it run. Oh, Ron is here as well. Yes, it is, Monty. He very much wants to go outside and lick the front porch. I'm not sure what is out there that is so fascinating to him, but he's desperately wanted to go out there today. And I'm not going to question it. Oh, and we've got Ayuk in motion to the right side. I believe that's McCaffrey in the backfield. They fake the handoff to McCaffrey, are now looking deep. And a good breakup in the end zone. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, no, Monty is definitely rooting for a good game tomorrow. I'll put you down as card number 1, Logan. Out of the gun, it'll be a quick lateral to Deebo Samuel, who manages to cut back and turns what looked like a zero-sum gain into 8 yards. Wow. Well, this is the thing we might have been worried about, that the offense of the 49ers is going to be too strong for the Seattle defense to contain. Currently 3rd and 3. A little bit short on that. 6th in the defense in the NFL rankings on 3rd down offense are the San Francisco 49ers. Once again, him out of the backfield and nearly picked off. Cody Barton nearly grabbing it out of the air as they attempted a quick inside pass. They would think they might have been looking for... Oh, trying to figure out who they were looking for on that pass. Not sure, but Seattle bent, but they did not break. But that will be an easy field goal for Mr. Robbie Gould. And we'll see if the Seahawks can do anything with it, as we are at about 10:13 to go in the game. There we go. We haven't had any penalties, and I would say if we get a well, we've had a pass reception, we've had a run play by Deebo. I would say that's one of those things we'll evaluate as the game goes on. Yep. Well, True North, regarding Trevor Lawrence looking like a woman, some people will say anything in order to deny the urges that they have inside. But then that's none of my business. Really, the Seahawks have more sacks right now? I didn't even know they'd gotten a sack on that drive. Oh. Damn. Missing things already. Meanwhile, while we got this break in the action, we'll take the time to thank our sponsor for this afternoon's stream, which is Legal Coffee, the Mexican instant coffee that is 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines, but now has more than enough fentanyl to make a cop fake a seizure from 50 yards away. And here we are with that whole big fake thing about when Terry Bradshaw's money, which is basically them, taking money out of his guaranteed paycheck. He's going to get paid anyway. They're just making it seem bigger. Thought that was the thin blue line? Yeah, that's a different thing altogether, Ron. Special teams already trying to whoop up the crowd for extra noise, but they're pumping themselves up. We'll start from the 1 on this drive, and we have a great return out past the 35. That'll be a great start for them. Only reason that Logan is cheering for San Francisco is Oren Burks. Hey, find the things to root for where you can when it comes to this stuff. Wow, Tariq Woolen has the most interceptions in the NFL. I wonder if it's that for everybody or if it's just for rookies. 1st and 10, Kenneth Walker will make an effort, but maybe gain 4. They will only give him 3. It will be 2nd and 7. Up go the roars of defense from the crowd. True North, I'm not sure how much we'd like to go back to that, but that'll be a discussion for another time. Oh, we have a catch for Metcalf, who will get dragged out of bounds after a gain of about 5, so they'll have 3rd and short. Oh, they only got 3rd and 1. Now, knowing how tough the 49ers run defense is, I talked to some 49ers fans, and they said that the one weakness of the team is their secondary. Geno operating out of the shotgun and back on either side of him. And this is just going to be Smith, who tried to run it on his own, but wow, a great pursuit and tackle by Gibson Sr. for the 49ers. And that's going to result in another punt for the Seahawks. Well, we could do a compromise, I suppose, True North, if the people who want lead in their gasoline back also agree to allow lead-lined pipes back into their own personal buildings and water supply, but they have to make sure that they don't try to extend it or inflict it upon anyone else. And for that question, True North, I think anybody who wants to have a car and truck without seatbelts has to assume automatic fault for any car accident that they get in. Okay, now Logan asking for lead paint bag. Now I understand we all miss some of our favorite snacks from when we were kids. Not only because, all of them seemed bigger and more exciting as kids, but also they taste the change. The change of them tastes over the years because they end up changing recipes. And I have to imagine that there are other people out there like you, Logan, who miss the taste of lead paint chips. But I think that might be a bigger effort than some people are willing to put forth. And I'm not even going to touch the Concorde. That's That is just rich folks showing off. Yeah. I think the only people who are looking for asbestos are all of the attorneys who have made their money doing lawsuits for people with mesothelioma. So I'm kind of not keen on bringing certain things back just to appease special interest groups. It just doesn't feel right. Unless, of course, you're willing to only put them in your own buildings, not in buildings that other people will have to go in at any point. And you also agree to pay all medical bills for people who do get sick from living in your asbestos lines buildings. You know, I think that would be a fair trade-off. As long as you're willing to put in the money to treat people for their medical issues from your negligence, yeah, that would count as the defense did something. And now we have a wide open Christian McCaffrey running through and will be off to the races. Is now down to the 20 and will get finally looped out of bounds at the near the 15. Folks, this looks like it's going to get ugly. Whew. Let me just take a moment to mark off the defense did something. Oh, and that time they tackle him in the backfield for a loss of 3. They'll be second down. Oh yeah, maybe I should get a card as well. Ah, I got the magic number. We haven't had any penalties yet, so we haven't had to get that free space checked off, but I think we'll get it. Getting away from the pressure, Purdy is able to get rid of it. Once again, goes to CMC. No, that's not CMC. Who the hell is number 25? That's not a name I recognize. Oh, Elijah Mitchell, who is back in the game. It's now 1st and goal, round the 2. Some very good patience from Purdy to wait for something to develop in the pocket, and just in the place this team apparently likes to put it, underneath in the middle of the field. And that running attempt by Elijah Mitchell goes nowhere. That'll maybe a loss of 1. Maybe they get back to the line of scrimmage again. But Duoso getting the tackle. 2nd and goal. Oh, I'm sure that Ishii is absolutely pumped and also stressed as hell right now. Because, division games, they can be wacky. Yeah, they're backed up to the 3 now. And my usual signal issues are starting to come in. We got Debo in motion out to the left. They will fake a handoff. Pressure coming. Purdy escapes the pocket, and it's an easy pass to Mr. McCaffrey for a touchdown. So that is home QB gets first passing touchdown of the game. And the Niners get to an early 9-0 lead. There we go. San Francisco is already up to 94 yards rushing. Yeah, that big run by McCaffrey definitely inflated the total. extra point by Robbie Gould is good. 5:11 to go in the first, and San Francisco very, very dominant here in the beginning. Does anybody have what it takes in the NFC side to stop San Francisco from getting to the Super Bowl? To be honest, I'm not sure. All I know is that if they do go up against the Chiefs, I don't think the Chiefs will hesitate to tear their secondary to shreds. All right, let's make sure that I haven't missed anything else. Nope, still no touchdowns. Oh. So, as y'all may know, I try to look for ways to improve the bingo games all the time, so I've been kind of merging things into similar categories so we don't have so many unique spaces and giving more people an opportunity to win at the games. So let's see, is why I combined the special team stuff and a couple of other things, just so that, like I said, hopefully more people can get bingo. It wasn't really a QB sneak, as he wasn't really going behind the offensive line. It was more like a run, so I don't think I can call it for that, Logan. Sorry. And Tim's still waiting for his device to charge before he grabs the card. You see what my card is doing. Yeah, at least on my card, I have a couple of really, really ugly things that could possibly happen. We could get a nice stiff arm. I could definitely see an interception happening. And now they're going over the quick 2-minute and 51-second scoring drive. That was essentially all Christian McCaffrey. It is the third kickoff of the game. From a goal line. Great effort to get back out to the 22. But the Seahawks offense has been absolutely stymied. First possession, only lost 2 yards, only were able to gain 6 on the second one. 2 3 and out so far. I was trying very hard to figure out the good point totals for that, John. And because they had the over-under so low, I was trying to futz with it a bit. Get a decent run from Kenneth Walker. He'll maybe gain 4. Well, they have the last third down conversion rate in the NFL, 23%. Officially a gain of 5. It was 2nd and 5 from their own 27. Geno operating out of the shotgun. Looks like Metcalf is going in motion out to the left. Extra pressure coming from the right, and he's looking for Metcalf. Lenore defending him. Incomplete. We have another third down coming up. 3rd and 5 for a struggling Seattle offense. And they're right back at it. Geno operating out of the gun. The crowd screaming their head off in Santa Clara. big pressure, and a great catch by Metcalf with a defender hanging all over him. That is the first down of the day for the Seahawks. Oh, I'm sure in this game, John, there will be plenty of opportunities for Seattle to go for it on 4th down. All right, 2 receivers wide out to the right. Geno operating out of the gun again. Quick pass to Lockett, who will get about 6 on that reception. Clock still ticking down. And 57 is slow to get up, and we have to stop the game because now 57 is just something is wrong with his hip. He is grabbing his hip and he's laying back down on the field. Oh boy. This is also why I took out all the injury-related things. It didn't feel right doing bingo spaces for that. Yeah, Pete Carroll on the scooter, that was fun to see. It really was. I don't know if he did that on his own or if they talked him into doing it just so they could try to score this same social media buzz that John Elway on the scooter did. But, whatever. Oh, that's Dre Greenlaw who is down, Logan? Ooh. I actually kind of recognize that name. Not quite sure from where, but I have heard it before. Well, honestly, so far this game is going about how I expected it. With some immediate overpowering and dominance by the 49ers, especially their defense. Probably not, because there wouldn't be really a play where they could be going for an extra point or 2-point conversion unless some weird thing happens in the rules that I'm not aware of. According to Ishii via Tom's chat, he had a back injury before. Ooh. Well, rumors are false, often revealing, but they can also express, the deep wishes of the people who spread them around. Now they show the official Geno Smith redemption tour with his time with the Jets. Then he went to the Giants in 2017, out to the Chargers where he didn't even start, and now to Seattle. From 2019 to the present, this is his first playoff start. And there's Dre Greenlaw. He's on his feet and favoring one leg over the other just a little bit. Geno under center for 2nd and 3. They're going for a run with Walker, and he will power his way to the 50-yard line for a 1st down. He got injured in the game that shall not be named. Okay. All right, this is the furthest the Seahawks have gotten down the field this game. Now 1st and 10 from midfield. We've got Walker again. I am very glad to see that they are not abandoning the run game. And they have just gained 6 on Kenneth Walker that time. Yeah, I don't know at the moment, but I won't ask for extra clarification, just so that we don't have anybody be forced to relive the pain. 2nd and 4 now. Gino under center, dropping back to pass. Pressure coming from his blind side, and he has to run. He will get the first down and barrel forward for inside the 35 is where he will be down. Under 2 minutes now to go in the first, and Seattle has their first movement of the game. Oh, San Francisco versus Denver. Oh, that was a bad game, right? But then again, this whole season is now a blur in my brain. I barely remember any of it. DJ Dallas will get stood up immediately after a gain of 2. Second down coming up. Greenlaw's back out on the field, so he must feel good enough about himself, or they pumped him full of enough drugs to stun a horse. One of the two. Officially a gain of 2 to the 31. 2nd and 8. Gino operating out of the gun with a back to his left. 2 receivers out to the right. Walker going out of the backfield. It will be out the other direction to Parkinson. But now will be another 3rd and short thanks to that pass to the near sidelines. There's Mr. Bosa, who has not gotten himself a sack today, although I'm sure he's hungry for it. And they're right back at the line. Gino out of the gun on 3rd and 4. A hard hit from Tyler Larkett by Lenore. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter as the Seahawks get another first down. Wow. And cue the Phil Collins for what might be coming up. I'm not sure why all the bad field goals, why the bad games happen in Denver. It is a mystery to me, Michael. An absolute mystery. Oh yeah, Denver did win last week. They beat the Chargers, right? That was the game where Brandon Staley was stupid and put in Mike Williams to get injured, and now they're going to miss him for a couple weeks. Oh, Foster has news. He got a shipment of Whorehound and has lived up to the hype. Oh man, I'm out of Whorehound here, but you see, right there in the chat is an endorsement for another one of our sponsors here on Another Stupid Sports Show. Whorehound Old-Fashioned Hard Candies. Brewed in copper kettles to bring out that Whorehound flavor. Whorehound. No flags. Yeah, this is a relatively clean game. The first quarter has gone by like that. I'm sure it'll slow down once we get to the third, because that's the quarter when everything drags, and I mean everything. And oh, look, speak of the devil, here come the USFL ads again. The Philadelphia Stars and the miracle that is Case Cookus. Yeah, advertising that April return. Well, I think the XFL starts in February, right? I'm sure I've noticed it cuts up your tongue, especially the roof of your mouth. Yeah, well, that's why I usually just try to just keep them in there and let them dissolve on their own. I don't really do the biting anymore. Which spring football league is going to be better, asks Michael. Yeah. Well, let's put it like this. When the XFL was here last in that abbreviated season before, COVID happened and everything went to shit, I enjoyed watching the XFL. I thought the games were actually pretty entertaining and competitive. I especially enjoyed the the solo cup snake that the DC fans would build every game. Oh yeah, they definitely have different rules, including that odd second forward pass thing. Meanwhile, looks like we had a direct snap to number 31, and that will get him a gain of 6, while Gino went out wide. We're having all kinds of trickery today. I really love having these things set up as buttons that I can just push. I don't have to think about whether I'm on the right part of the screen. It's just, and it's done. All right, now we got Gino working out of the gun on 2nd and 3. They're looking to contain the run, everybody up in the box. And yep, that's what they're going for. Kenneth Walker, who will dive forward for, yeah, about 2 yards. He'll be short by 1. Oh. Yeah, hey, Ishii. Good start for the 49ers, I think. And now there's Greenlaw on his popping a squat and thinking about the universe. We have to stop play for some reason. John. Oh, this is just a me thing, and I know there are ways to do it without buying this. But I have a Stream Deck. It's basically a thing you can set up to have different things, automatically happen during a stream, like starting or stopping the clock, switching scenes, doing transitions and all that, queuing up media to play. There's a lot you can do with it. It's a lot to learn, but once you get the hang of it, you can do some cool shit. But I figured out a way to work with one of my timer programs that I have on here to not only set up the time that I need for each quarter, but to start it and stop it with simple button presses that are essentially just commands getting sent to the program. So it's a thing you can do if you have a Stream Deck. You can also do it with a free program called Touch Portal, which you can put on a tablet or a mobile device and just do it from there. I know there's more to it, and I don't know all the details of it, but I know it is a free option that is out there for people who don't want to invest in a Stream Deck. I invested in a Stream Deck because I know that waiting to figure out the Touch Portal would have kept me from ever starting this stuff. And I could afford to do it. Other people can't. And that's why I say, if you're going to do this stuff, look for free options that are out there, or at least the cheap options. I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but the lights that I'm working off are hardware store clamp lights that I have altered so that instead of just blasting light onto me, they are now sort of like light soft boxes. Oh yeah, that's something you can do with a piece of equipment like this. If you also have a soundboard put straight into a mixer, that's an option as well. But yes, it is like Papa pushing the buttons on Grossi's mixer. And that must have been fun. And there's another run by the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker getting the first down. And they are now inside the 10. 1st and goal. Oh yeah, it's only specifically setting up to play pieces of media, the sound cues. I do it all separately because I want to be able to, control the volume, have more control over the volume and when things go in and out. And now Walker is going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow. There we go. And now yeah. Your card wants Seattle to run, not pass. Well, you got your wish, John, with a Kenneth Walker 7-yard touchdown run to the near quarter of the end zone. Damn. Wow. And a good block by Metcalf to keep that edge. Extra points good. And now we have a 3-point game. Yeah. Now breathe, Ishii. For the first quarter, it looked like this was going to be the 49ers and Christian McCaffrey stomping a mud hole into the Seattle Seahawks. And for all we know, it still could be, and this is the aberration. But whatever Seattle's defense decides to do on this next drive, combined with, Kyle Shanahan's genius play calling, that's going to be very telling. And yeah, Tim, this is going to be an interesting game. Oh yeah, no, it's hard to beat Seattle. I mean, I believe the general point line that I was seeing, I used the USA Today point line because that was the one that came up on. Something different is 39.5, so that's both teams not getting close to over 20 points to keep that under. And yes, the usual line is hard to beat a divisional opponent for a third time. Yes, Michael, you are correct about that. Oh yeah, Bruins can tell you that too. Oh. Wow. Oh, definitely. Considering the off-season and the year that the Seahawks and Pete Carroll in particular had to go through, I am sure that they will pull out every single trick that they have to keep this a close game with the 49ers. I know, Ishii. You're very nervous. But y'all are still favored. Just remember to breathe. Take your vitamins if you have to. Yeah, it might have been Lions or Packers, but unfortunately Baker Mayfield could not take care of business for the Rams, and there's Greenlaw coming back to sit down. Looking a little bit frustrated, as is Mr. Bosa. Oh. There's Walker getting his props from the guys on the bench. As this kickoff will be booted into the end zone for a touchback. 49ers will start on their own 25, and out comes Mr. Brock Purdy. I will say to you officially, Logan, that if Debo scores a touchdown, because we've already seen him had to be the pass receiver and the runner, I think if he scores a touchdown, we will officially mark off Debo has to do everything again. Although I would hope that he would throw a pass just to really complete it and make the joke. Faked handoff for Brock Purdy. He's looking over the middle and finds Brandon Ayuk past the 45. Ayuk will get thrown out of bounds. Clock will still keep rolling, however. That is a big gain over the middle. Nice job. I thought they sold that run very well, and a great job by Ayuk coming back to get into position for that catch. See, Ishii? We might have a shootout. And that McCaffrey attempt will be either a stop or a loss of 1. Second down coming up. 2nd and 12, loss of 2 on that first play. We got number 15 going to motion to the far side. Brock was looking for him, and now he'll have to take off running to the far sideline, and he will get the first down running out of bounds. Yeah, there is definitely a 10-yard plus QB run. So Purdy gets the first down and checks off a possible couple of bingo squares. There's 10 plus yard QB run, and now the Niners are over 100 yards rushing. They only have to make 125 to hit the over for our bingo card. So we'll be paying attention. Thank you for everybody who's keeping up on that. They fake another one to McCaffrey, and Jackson nearly got an interception. I don't know what Purdy was thinking there. Deebo Samuel just wide open over the middle, and he went for everything. Ooh. Ooh. All right, now we got Samuel going over to the left side of a very tight formation. And now that's a reception to Mr. George Kittle, who will get the first down plus about 4 more. Yeah, bro. I think that's another one that we're going to have to evaluate, seeing how else Purdy plays during this game. Because the run helped, but missing a wide open Deebo and nearly throwing a very stupid pick, that kind of takes it back a little bit. But yeah. No, we haven't had a QB sneak yet. And meanwhile, we go to another commercial break because we got to get those TV timeouts in, and we stop at 10:50 to go in the first half. There we go. Yeah, still no Ayuk stopped. It was either Ayuk stopped running or Purdy wasn't paying attention. One of those two. Stop, rock and roll. Which starting lineups are you referring to, Tim? Because that could, at this point in the year, that could be a number of things. Is it for another playoff matchup, or for the XFL, USFL, all of the FLs? All right, now we have what is this, a Johnny Knoxville, Jennifer Lopez hostage movie? Why does Jennifer Lopez have a shotgun? Oh, that's Josh Duhamel. Okay, oh God. That looks like the dumbest thing I have ever seen. Oh, God. Oh, no. And I thought my brain was broken by watching a clip from that new Velma animated series. I think Shotgun Wedding has just pushed Velma out of my brain, and I'm not happy about it. Yeah. Well, Jennifer Lopez trying to make a comeback as a comedy action star. Just why? Oh, now they're really hyping up Rihanna and her ever expanding hairdo. The higher your hair reaches, the nearer you are to God, I suppose. All right. Niners are now inside the 30. The sun has come out, and everything is beautiful. Got Samuel back there. They fake a pitch to him and then look for McCaffrey underneath, who will get the first down. Blues are taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning today. Ooh, that ought to be fun. Yeah. Oh, she still looks the same. They're doing a great job with the makeup and making sure not to get too close up in any of the shots. Got Juszczyk and McCaffrey in the backfield. Purdy under center. George Kittle moving to the right. We toss to McCaffrey and quick penetration. I don't think he's going to get a gain of anything on that play. Well, this could be rough for the Seahawks if they're going to have to spend the whole game playing catch up. I'm not sure they're really built for that. Second down, and Purdy misses one tackle, but here comes the first sack of the game for the Seahawks. Yeah, and I took off the Legion of Boom reference right as they drop one there, and we haven't got a shot of Pete Carroll chewing gum. I guess this is serious business today, because I don't see the rapid jaw movement that we all expect. Really, William, the Giants will be at full strength. Well, from the injury report I saw for the Vikings, I think they only had 5 players, and it wasn't any names that I really recognized. I think y'all are in for a good... Oh yeah, we checked off defense did something, Foster. We got that earlier. And now, McCaffrey could not get away. And now they will have to do a field goal. A nice job by number 26. Coming up, making the tackle. Irvin making him stop to lose a bit of speed. And this is, once again, Mr. Robbie Gould out for a field goal. Will be another 33-yard attempt. True and through. And with 7:41 to go now, San Francisco has gotten up to 13-7. Okay. Oh, this is Bruins Leafs. Brad Marchand, otherwise known as Little Rat Boy, because he's considered one of the dirtiest players in the game. Opposite Mitch Marner. Patrice Bergeron opposite Austin Matthews, and Pasternak opposite John Tavares. Ooh, that ought to be a time. Oh yeah, busy day for hockey, and I'm still working on the hockey bingo, trying to do the same thing that I've been working on with the football bingo, to try to not only put enough spaces that everybody can get, but also include all the rare fun things that you all suggested for the list, and find a way to make it more possible for bingos to happen. My dumb ideas, we'll be getting to them probably next month, which is when hockey bingo will be starting. Oh yeah, Kadri's definitely been dirty as well. Neither team is playing around for tonight. It's serious business. Foster calls Marchand French because he looks and seems like a nasty French pervert. Well, Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to hold that comment that I had in my head. That does not seem appropriate for this time and place. Also, because I read that YouTube is now putting out a horrid and really inefficient AI to look for profanity and will actually be taking revenue away from creators based on how much profanity they have in their recorded videos. Yeah, things are kind of going to the crapper around here. They don't want to give away any of that advertising revenue. Brock Purdy has more TDs in 5 starts than any QB in 49ers history. And we have another kickoff from Robbie Gould. It will be received around the 2. After a stumble, we find some extra room to get past the 25, brought down at the 29. The Seattle return game has done especially well, and if dude hadn't slipped in an open field, he might have been able to get to the 40 at the very least. Yeah, that AI is not good for Tree. He's going to be screwed, absolutely screwed. Then again, I think a lot of his stuff will get automatically claimed anyway just because of NFL. Faking a handoff and will be dumped to Kenneth Walker, who will get hard hit from number 57 out of bounds. Gain of approximately 3. Yeah, you really gotta earn the F word. It's like I say, if you're gonna curse, earn it. All right, Geno under center again, lone back in the backfield. Receivers on either side. Now we got Lockett coming in motion. They fake a pitch back to him. Quick pressure leads to a pass to Noah Fant, which will get them the first down. First and 10. One creator had his videos demonetized because of a spelling error and closed caption. Yeah. Yeah, they are sentence enhancers. You know, sometimes they're just the only words that will do. There's a snap, and Walker outruns immediate pressure, will gain 8 after being brought to the ground by Warner, who just launched himself to make that tackle. Could have been a very dangerous tackle considering he was leading with his helmet. Here come the defense chants up from the crowd again. Now Walker to Geno's left as our 2 receivers away from the line. We have another handoff to Kenneth Walker, but Bosa is able to stop that. That'll be a loss of at least 1. Oh, I've still got coffee. Hooray. And let me just take the time here. If you are just like hanging out and lurking, thank you for being here. You don't have to chat to enjoy, you know, just we're all hanging out, taking in the Seattle-San Francisco game. Just hope you're doing well. And I hope the day treats you well. Smith is going long. DK Metcalf, touchdown. 50 yards have now tied the 49ers. Oh, Geno. Oh, Geno. And he gets through Travarius Ward with a lot of hand fighting going on, and just Ward stumbled, and that gave Metcalf enough room, and there go the heads into the hands of the 49ers fans in the stands. Extra point is good. I gotta imagine they're getting closer. And yeah, there's that 49ers secondary. Yeah, I am willing to put that as 49ers secondary gets burned. So if you have that, mark it off on your card. Let's see. If there's anything else we can mark off so far. Nope, nope. You know, aside from the fact that Seattle is defying expectations, it's been a pretty quiet game as far as bingo is concerned. We'll probably just start taking more spaces out in the second half just to give us all a chance. But until then, we'll hope for more madness. And once again, all the people that are here, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you chose to hang out with me. Even the very angry Angie, who is right over there, is glad to know that people are here to admire her. I'm just surprised that she hasn't tried to jump up on the table yet. Oh. And now, another throw to Debo. And we have Cat. No refs are blind yet, no flags. This has been they have been letting them play out there. Oh, shoot, we've got a fine for $5,000 from one of the Tampa Bay Lightning players for a roughing penalty. Dang, and McCaffrey will get stood up. Tackled by Shelby Harris. That'll be 3rd and 3 now for the 49ers. Oh, yeah. Hey, Angie. Michael is wishing the Chargers good luck tonight. She remains unimpressed, as always. Purdy out of the gun on 3rd and 3. And threw a maze of defenders off target for who else? Deebo Samuel up the middle. And that is the first 3 and out, I think, for the 49ers. Yeah. Yeah, 58 was able to get a hand on it to deflect the pass. Oof. First punt, I think, of the game for... And now we have movement. Here's our first flag. False start in the offense. And let's check off that free space for everybody, because we got our first penalty of the game. Finally got that free space. The punt is away. Dallas spin does get wrapped up initially and is unable to proceed past the 15. Number 6 for San Francisco, Gray, on the coverage there. Now it's DJ Dallas back to receive on the punt. now they're promoting the Pro Bowl games with the challenges and the flag football, and I heard dodgeball, but don't quote me on that. Punching a player in the back of the head? Okay, yeah. Turnover on downs would be failed fourth down. Yes, John. From under center is Gino again. And once again, that's Mr. Kenneth Walker, who's going to work his way up to the 20. Woo. Second and 6, and the cheers of defense once again coming up from the Santa Clara faithful. Seahawks still have all 3 timeouts, 3:06 to go now in the first half. Going to do a quick pass on the outside to Metcalf, who will get close to the first down before he's forced out of bounds by number 29. And it will be a first down. Dang. Oh yeah, I think Seattle has shown that they're not afraid to run against this defense, which is great. And I'll be able to get to those requests, True North, after the stream. Got a little too much to concentrate on right now. And now Walker again will dive forward for maybe a gain of 3. And now things are getting chippy in the middle of the field. Oh. One of the Niners players is heated up. 75 is... He looks like a kid that just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Yeah. Ideally, for something like that, that would be a penalty, but I would take a team-administered punishment as well. Hey. Honestly, True North, put him in anyway, because I might think that your Donna Summer and Radiohead requests are better than what I might have planned. And that goes the same for all of you. We still got time to get requests in for this Monday's show, if you haven't already. And I'm looking at you, Logan, because you got some of your stuff in there okay already. Yeah, League definitely couldn't ignore that, Tim. And I'm always looking for more songs to add to the pool and to take some of my own videos that I have gotten from the weirdness that I have inflicted upon the algorithm, where it doesn't know how to advertise to me anymore. It thinks at the same time that I am an amosexual, a 40-year-old woman. It also thinks that I am Hispanic, married, has kids, doesn't have kids. So, what counts as relating to the youth? John, is if you hear the announcer say something that is a contemporary reference that just makes you go, oh no, why? Just why? Well, first 2 finds of the year. Hey, they had to come sooner or later. Oh, and NASCAR is coming back. Oh. Yeah, you can tell I'm not exactly a big fan of NASCAR. And here they go, highlighting the Seahawks win to get into the playoffs last week. Very nice, very feel-good story for them. Oh boy. And that time, DJ Dallas had to work to get back to the line of scrimmage. Be 3rd and 8. Greenlaw get the takedown, and he's bashing himself in the head in celebration. Always good when you're injured. And right back up to the line they go for 3rd and 8. They're currently 4 for 6 today on 3rd down conversions. Gino working out of the gun back to his right. 4 receivers out wide. Comes up to the line to make a few alterations. They do Macarena hand signals. And I don't know what the hell happened on that play, but nothing doing. And I think we might have a timeout. Yeah, they're definitely going to be short. That was once again Mr. Bosa coming in off the edge and easily stopping that run. All right, got another punt from Seattle coming up. Ray McCloud is back for the 49ers to receive. Niners have just used their second timeout. They're about to get possession. And McCloud will fair catch it around the 22. And another. Arizona's Clayton Keller has been fined $5,000 for cross-checking Eric Brandstrom from Ottawa. Oh God, yeah, player code. That could make for some dangerous things at the end. All right, from the 22. Purdy under center, dropping back, looking, and that is a wide open Brandon Ayuk, who will get shoved out of bounds at least in Seahawks territory. Not exactly sure where, but time stops at a minute. Wow. How did they let him get free? That was just pathetic. The 49ers might pursue Tom Brady. Yeah. Oh. You know what? I'm willing to put that... I'm willing to put that on Tom Brady as the goatsy. Just because this offseason is just going to be insufferable with the number of people saying, ooh, where's Tom Brady going to go? And it's starting up again. So if you have Tom Brady as the goatsy on your card, check it off. Thank you, Ian Rappaport, for just adding to the mess. Yeah, True North, Seattle is winning right now, but San Francisco has already gotten into Seattle territory with under a minute to go. They're at the Seattle 46. Split receiver set, empty backfield. And that bad throw for Jennings. Bad throw for Jennings. Oh, now we've got somebody who's spam calling me on my phone that I don't recognize. Well, you're not going anywhere. 3rd and 10 now. Extra pressure coming, and a missed tackle on Deebo Samuel will allow a first down, and he gets inside the 30 before being knocked out of bounds. Whew. Oh. I know what's happening. Somebody's looking for dinner, aren't they? Damn. Well, this could be a very easy opportunity for the 49ers to retake the lead going into halftime. Remember, Seattle will get the ball first in the second half. Purdy has to step up, and now he has to leave the pocket, get chased, and throw it away. Ooh, the crowd is unhappy. They wanted a penalty for something. They were probably looking for hands to the face on 51. Oh, no, they were looking for an unnecessary roughness. Because of how he fell when they got out of bounds. Ah, yep. Oh, yeah, if I don't recognize him, I don't pick up. And now they have to use their last timeout. I mean, it would be nice if it was a missed field goal, but it's also Robbie Gould. Tonight is Matthews. That's Austin Matthews, I'm assuming, Tim. First game from back after his injury. Whew. Oh. Honestly, it was kind of blatant, like even I could see it, but I guess the refs were just willing to let it go. So let's mark off refs are blind. Yeah. And once again, Purdy has to get flushed out of the pocket and has to hurl it downfield, out of bounds and incomplete. This is starting to feel familiar. All right, that's much better. Sorry, just rearranging things to make it look better. Yeah, playoff football refs. Let them play, ignore it until it becomes absolutely necessary not to. Third and 10 from the 28. McCaffrey in the backfield, which he immediately runs out of. He's going deep. Looking for Debo, and yep, well defended by Jackson. Got a hand on it. Yeah, no, that was just great defending right there. Outpositioned him, leapt at the right time to deflect the pass. That was great. And now we have Gould with a 46-yard attempt. Is true and through. And that will be a 16-14 lead for San Francisco. 13 seconds left. Seattle does have all three timeouts, but that might be a lot to look for. Unless Smith is looking for just like one really good pass down the sidelines to lock it. Yeah, that was the second lead change of the game. And just to clarify, I have decided to straighten out the lead change rules. We don't start counting them until after the first score of the game, and retaking the lead from a tie will no longer count. So yes, you're absolutely right. The Seahawks took the lead. That is number 1. And then 49ers just took it back, so that's lead change number 2. Well, yeah, they're going to pooch kick it. And then Parkinson will just get it up to the 38-yard line. 9 seconds, 3 timeouts. A little bit of a shorter field. But you never know. And just to remind everybody who is here didn't check the community page, I'll be going live tomorrow for Giants Vikings as well. I won't be doing it with Adam. He's got his own stream going on, and I didn't want to force myself into it. But that seemed like the most exciting game. Geno out of the gun, empty backfield. Now he has to step up, and he will run. Oh my God! That will draw a flag because he slid and he got hit right at the end. Ward, nice play, buddy. Good job. Ooh. Yeah, field goal time. Field goal time. Hey. It's all right, Tim. Dyslexics of the world, untie. It'll be now at the 38-yard line of San Francisco. This will be a 56-yard attempt to end the half. And they will let him think about it. Oh, no. Seattle will take their first timeout. And Pete Carroll is very adamant about something on the field. I'm not sure what. 56. Yeah, we'll take a block or a miss here. Mr. Myers, 56-yard attempt to give Seattle the lead going into the half. True and through. That was a beautiful kick. None of the curve that he had last week on that one. And Ward costs his team the lead going into halftime. Ooh. And also, if you have 50-plus yard field goal, mark that off on your cards. Yeah. Oh, we'd all love a double doink, William. Yeah. Metcalf cheering. Pete Carroll getting that woo on. Holy crap. And a little bit of a muted stadium now. Seahawks leaving the field a bit more celebratory than the 49ers are at the moment. Nope, can't mark off Doink. That was a great 56-yard field goal by Jacob Myers, especially after all the trouble that he had last week. And now we are at 17-16. Seattle leading San Francisco. Oh. Division games. You cannot take them for granted. Not at all. I love it. I absolutely love it. Meanwhile, John needs an overtime and a failed 2-point conversion for his bingo. Let me check my card just to see what else. Oh yeah, and if you are lurking, you just got here, don't know what's going on. We're also playing bingo with this game. There's a link for cards pinned to the top of the chat, wherever it is, over there, I think. And we go through, depending on what plays are made, what plays are fouled up, and what rare things happen, we X off as many incidents as we can, and hopefully we get a bingo at the end. see. No QB. Nobody's declined a penalty yet either. So. Oh, and that's Miss Angie singing the song of her people. She is very adamant that it is feed time. And I think, for the sake of all of our safety, that we should take care of that. So, right now, we're going to do a little pause for the cause. I will take care of the animals, and we will return for the second half of Seattle versus San Francisco, which is the close, exciting game that everybody predicted it would be, here on another stupid sports show. Back in a little bit. We are officially back. The cats have been fed. I have grabbed myself another sponsor, which is Super Chill Cream Soda. It certainly is. Nice to have you here, Sorgi. Yeah, we've had an exciting game. I don't know how much of it you've seen, Sorgi, but Seattle is not willing to go quietly into that good night. And good for them, because it's making for an exciting game. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half. And they are giving San Francisco more trouble than we expected. Now, that's a good question. I did see the news that you put in chat, Tim, about the Blackhawks fielding calls for Patrick Kane. Oh, no trade list is only 4 teams. St. Louis, Detroit, Winnipeg, and Calgary. Expected return is a first and third round pick and consideration. AKA money, of course. A little bit of money. First and a third, yeah, injury concerns. That's a good part of it. Also, he's been around for a good long while. You know, he's a part of all of those, Stanley Cup winning teams for the Blackhawks, even the ones that weren't, shall we say, tainted. And, yeah, this is definitely Chicago waving the white flag starting to disassemble the core from those championship years. I'm honestly not sure who could take him or who could use him. Like I said, my knowledge of the general situation of a lot of NHL teams is very, very limited. But I think he could probably go just off the top of my head, he'd go someplace that's mediocre, but just looking for some star power draw. And maybe, an easy schedule that doesn't beat up his body too much. That source is TSN and Sportsnet Canada. Alright, Sorgi. Rundown of the game so far. First quarter, San Francisco was dominant. And I mean dominant. They were holding Seattle to nothing but 3 and outs. Christian McCaffrey was running all over them. A huge run by Christian McCaffrey on one of their drives is the reason they're currently over 100 yards rushing. But in the second quarter, Seattle realized that Geno Smith also knows how to throw the ball, and Metcalf burned Ward on a 50-yard pass play for a touchdown. They also managed to get a touchdown for Kenneth Walker with a great running play to the near side. And meanwhile, they have just been trading field goals back and forth. A few more from Robbie Gould because Seattle's defense has proved tougher, I think, than they may have expected. Oh, it is hockey night in Canada. That's right. We're at that wonderful time of year again where all of the sports are overlapping and it's just a smorgasbord of choice for people who want to watch the rubber donut go sleek on the ice, or those of us who are still playing with the oblong sphere. Oh, I don't know if the Leafs could afford him. I don't know if they have any money. Maybe the Avalanche? Oh yeah. I think the biggest story is that Seattle's defense is doing better than better than people expected. They are getting to Brock Purdy and forcing him to leave the pocket and make a lot of dangerous throws, and he's been making some bad decisions on a couple of them too. It's either, you can call it miscommunications or whatever, but There have been just some decisions that he's made that have made me go, what are you thinking? Especially there was one play where Deebo Samuel was wide open in the middle of the field and he went for Brandon Ayuk, who stopped dead on the play, but ugh, a little bit of ugliness. I'm sure there will be halftime adjustments on both sides. Oh yeah. I thought the Lightning had figured out how to break the cap. Isn't that how they were able to get everybody signed back when they were going for that third straight cup? And damn, we're already back. Oh, I was completely wrong. Niners won the toss, they deferred. My mistake, folks. So we're already back in the game, and this will be a touchback. Start things off. Brock Purdy and the Niners starting from the 25. Ray McLeod catching it and stepping back out of the end zone. For Jazz fans who love 90s nostalgia, the arena will be renamed back to Delta Center next season. Oh yeah, I bet they're paying for it now. Absolutely paying for it. But I think they have those cups to keep them warm, so I'm not too broken up. We'll have a faked handoff and a pass underneath to Juszczyk, who will get about 5 or 6 yards, depending on the kindness of the refs. May they bless us with their ever-present benevolence and wisdom. I shouldn't have had so much soda. Officially a gain of 6 on that pass to Juszczyk, 2nd and 4. This will be a handoff to McCaffrey, who will get brought down very close to the first down. I think he will easily get that. Oh, initial signal is for a 3rd down. Well, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Oh, they're keeping the camera on Christina Pink, giving the Pete Carroll gobbledygook. Samuel in the back, and that's a QB sneak from Brock Purdy to get the first down. If you got QB sneak, mark that on your card. Carolina could, as they find their way around the Patrioti deal, they could be a great spot for Kane. Meanwhile, McCaffrey stops on a dime and has to really work to get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, good. I didn't have to change that at all. And I, yet again, yanked my headphones out. Oh, I can't wait until I can afford to upgrade to a wireless system. We just got a QB seek from Purdy to get that initial first down on this drive. And now we are up at 2nd and 10. And McCaffrey going in motion to the other side as a receiver. Purdy is having to wait. And somehow Kittle finds a way. Now they are in Seattle territory down to the 40. Ooh. And that tackle from behind, look, it came very close to doing something dangerous to his leg, but thankfully everything bent the correct way for Kittle on that. Now there's going to be a toss to McCaffrey, who will have to cut back to the inside, and will only get 4 as a result. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Night. Flyers could get him, but they're at the bottom. All right, 2nd and 6. We've got a tight formation and Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. They will do a handoff to him, and he will be dragged down very quickly for a loss of 2. Number 10 for Seattle coming in to make a play. Nwosu making the tackle right there. Oh, the Flyers have won 6 out of their last 7. Oh, yeah. Grassi, and bless his heart for doing this game, but I imagine he is not having any fun watching either of these teams be victorious. Like I said, I don't blame any Packers fan for skipping this game. 3rd and 7. Empty backfield for Purdy. Looking underneath. And once again, as Deebo Samuel, who breaks through a tackle, has now gotten to the 20. Tackled finally at the 15. Wow. He's looking for some kind of flag. Wait, is Deebo injured? Oh no. Deebo is slow to get up, they said. And the crowd is not happy. I'm guessing they, of course, want another penalty. And there's a fight breaking out on the field. Oh boy. Well, Deebo's walking off under his own power. Very clenched fists. And once again, things getting chippy. Oh, I imagine, oh, Torts is in Philadelphia now? Oh, they gotta be having some fun there. Oh, they're angry because of the extra leg action that got put in at the end. They really wanted a penalty on Abrams for tossing Samuel's leg down at the end of that play. Oh, it's not, you guys were able to lucky enough to catch the raid. And True North is watching the Fish Tank channel. Good choice. Once again, McCaffrey finds a lane underneath. Will gain about 7. Neal on the tackle. Torts banned iPad on the bench for his team. Dang, they are serious. Hey, I don't blame you, John. It's nothing like a good opening song to get you in the spirit. Second and 3, McCaffrey again tripped up and will be down a yard shy. That was a great effort by the Seattle defense to get back there and just hook one arm under McCaffrey's ankle. As Muse will get the credit for the stop. Inside the 10. They got to get to the 6. Ayuk in motion, now going back to the right side of the line. And McCaffrey will get the first down, powers his way to the 3. 1st and goal now. And they have burned half of the 3rd quarter on this drive. Exactly what you need to do in a game like this. They don't want to give the Seattle Seahawks any more time than because we saw what happened at the end of the first half. All right, now we got Ayuk coming back towards the line. Oh, and they missed the tackle on McCaffrey. Did he cross the plane? Nope, they're going to mark him short about the half-yard line. Yeah, I think he broke the plane on that play, honestly. Honestly. But Purdy sneaks it. And look at that. 7:15 to go. We have a QB rushing TD. Everybody, mark that off on your cards if you have it. Do I have that on my card? Oh, I do have QB sneak, though. I do have QB rushing TD. Cool. And we are currently at 33, so we've got a little ways to go before we beat the over. No, wait, sorry, forgot to include the touchdown. I'm a competent individual. Oh, that is it, folks. We have reached the over. We are exactly at 40 points, and I have the line at 39. So if you got over the USA Today point line, they're up to 39.5. Mark that shit off on your cards. This might also be a good time to check the stats, because I gotta think the Niners have made it over at least one of the yardage lines that I set. Oh, Flyers in Washington, and Tom Wilson is back tonight. Oh, and I will say from my experience going to Capitals games when I was younger, so many Flyers fans would make the trip down to DC for the games. Fights would break out in the stands. They made just as much noise as at the home crowd. Foster, the 49ers started the second half with the ball, and they had a long, extended drive. Took away half the time of the third quarter, and it was a QB sneak by Brock Purdy to get in for a touchdown. No, we don't do four corners in this. Maybe for the future, but not yet. Let's see. Oh, big man TD. We got a QB sneak and a QB rushing TD. So those are new ones. We also officially have over the point line. So you can mark that off. Nobody's gone for it on fourth down. We haven't needed to. I know that might seem like an incredible thing to hear, True North, but I promise you it was true. There was always the chance of na, hey, goodbye whenever a Flyers fan would get escorted out of the arena for fighting in the stands. And that was their longest scoring drive of the season as well. Wow. They'll kick it in the end zone. Gino and company will start at the 25. Oh, wherever you are, Angie, thank you for actually using the litter box this time. I appreciate that. I know, even Sorgi is shocked. All right, from under center, Lockett in motion to the far side. They will hand off to Mr. Walker, who will get tackled quickly by Bosa for 2. And the cheers resume once again in Santa Clara. Once again, Lockett in motion to the far side. They fake the handoff to Walker this time. And it goes second level to Metcalf, who has now crossed the 50, down at the 47. I understand, John. Do what you gotta do. Fighting over a seat at a Phillies game? Damn. They must be... Honestly, I think the only thing that can explain that is they were trying to keep in practice. Have another completion. That's Parkinson, who will be taken out of bounds. About 6 or 7 on that gain. But right now, Seattle doing their best to take advantage of the San Francisco secondary. Uh-oh, and we have a cat. Extra pressure gain teased from the blind side. They pick it up very well. And he has to throw it incomplete. Oh. Angie's going to go curl up on her blanket on the desk. Now, what happened to this pass to make it just... No, that was just a lousy throw. Seattle is at 84 rushing yards. And yeah, upper deck. I would like chicken tenders, but a little impossible to get them right now. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, give San Francisco all their timeouts back, and Seattle just took their first timeout. All I have to think about what they're going to do for 3rd and 5. Oh yeah, we've got a full night of hockey ahead for all you hockey fans out there. If you can find a way to watch your team at whatever means that I'm sure are extremely legal, I hope you get some good action tonight. All right, here's 3rd and 5. Got Metcalf and Fant and Lockett out for this. Dallas is going to be at the backfield very close to the offensive line. It's like they're teasing a QB run. Oh, we've got extra pressure coming up the middle. That's why he's there. Lockett coming back toward the inside. Geno looking, waiting. Gets to Lockett, and he has enough for the first down. Gain of 7. Oh, San Francisco got over 125 rushing yards. Well, we'll mark that off. Anybody else who has that, mark it. All right, see when you get back, William. DJ Dallas again having to battle the pile. He'll maybe get 3. Oh yeah, by the way, Seattle is 5 for 6 on 3rd down today after getting 3 and outs on their first 2 drives. So they have really gotten their act together in this game. Geno under center. The defense moving around, trying to confuse him. He escapes the pressure. Will have to go move around and throw it out of bounds. I'll have to wait for the clock to get down to 4:06. Yeah, Sharks just played 4 games in 5.5 days. Yeah, no wonder they got the day off. A nice job by Gino evading the pressure and getting out of the arms of the defender there. Out of the gun on 3rd and 7. And we'll have a false start. And they also went 1 and 3 and 0. Ugh. That is their first penalty of the game as opposed to the 49ers who have 2, including a personal foul on Ward for diving head first into Geno Smith as Geno was sliding for a first down at the end of the first half. All right. Out of the gun, single back to Geno's right. Metcalf bobbles it. And that is a great catch and first down. Mark that shit as ball control. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Get the replay on that. Check it out later. Empty backfield now for Geno working out of the gun. And go to Lockett, who will dance out of bounds after a gain of approximately 9. 2nd and 1. Yeah, DK Metcalf. Ball's thrown to him. He bobbled it as he was running and then finally got it under control just before he got hit for the tackle. Oh, they gave him the first down. Meanwhile, Dallas will gain 1 going up the middle. Uh-oh. We have an injured player. We're not sure for who. Oh, crap. It's the center for Seattle. Ugh, that's not going to help. Oh, damn. This is actually kind of really make me want to walk down to the corner and get some chicken tenders. Yeah, once y'all get the opportunity, if it's not already up on Highlight Heaven, check out that catch. It was a thing of beauty. Just the way he did not give up on trying to haul the ball in. I definitely think Seattle is going to beat at least one of their yardage totals. San Francisco definitely. I didn't expect this to be a constantly moving game. I thought it was going to be more of a slugfest. What can I say? Well, that was, let me see. Actually, I better check the box score because I'm put down San Francisco for rushing TDs. I assumed they would be the only ones scoring. That'll teach me. Let's check out these stats. 154 passing yards for the Hawks, 88 rushing yards. San Francisco is yet to reach 200 in passing yards. And we have 1 rushing touchdown for the 49ers. The other TD that they One of the other TDs they had was a reception by Christian McCaffrey for approximately 1 yard. But other than that, Robbie Gould has been very busy for the 49ers. Oh, man. It's really happening, isn't it? It's really happening. I'll break that in a second. Lockett finds a spot to gain 7 there. It'll be 3rd and short. But there is a flag. And now we might have a flag on Seattle. Oh, coach longer with Big Red if you got that. Because Pete Carroll's got his gum out and he is chewing like a madman. Ineligible downfield. Oh yeah. Fenway Sports, which owns Liverpool, will likely collect $2 to $3 billion in a deal when subtracting the team's debt. It's a precursor to him buying the Commanders. Oh, folks. 2nd and 14. Oh, what a beautiful attempt on that pass. I gotta give credit, but great defense but a great defensive effort by the 49ers secondary to keep Metcalf from getting a touchdown there. Yeah. That was a beautiful play. I have no objection to how that turned out. 3rd and 14, they got to get to the 5 if they want to continue this drive. Or score right here, whichever. Empty backfield, 2 receivers on each side. Actually, 3 to the right, if you count Fant. And now we have a strip sack! Recovered by Bosa! Oh, wow. There it is. There it is. Mark off fumble. Mark off strip sack. Now, we also do have I also put in a couple of different spots this time. So you might have touchdown off of a turnover, same play. Touchdown off of a turnover, same drive. We now have an opportunity for San Francisco to get a touchdown off of a drive and earn another spot for somebody. Yep, that is a fumble. And Al Michaels will be on NBC tonight. Oh, good for him. He'll be going back there and maybe he won't look like he wants to wants to disappear under the desk with a bottle of scotch. Commanders embattled owner Dan Snyder and his wife Tanya. I don't think Tanya really exists. I think it's just Dan in a wig. Announced they had hired Bank of America to consider a potential transactions related to the team. Folks, we might have to throw a party. I mean it, we might have to throw a party to celebrate the end of the Dan Snyder era in Washington football. His contract with NBC has him in a role where he can do events, so that's how he ended up on Thursday Night Football with Kirk Herbstreit and all the awful games that were there. Yeah. Oh, fentanyl. All the scare tactics that they possibly can. Like I said, one of our sponsors for this episode of Another Stupid Sports Show legal coffee is 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines, but now contains enough fentanyl that will guarantee that any cop who comes near a jar of this stuff will get a seizure from at least 50 yards away. Or at least fake it really well. All right, Brock Purdy and all of them are back out in the field now. First turnover of the game. Purdy under the middle for Deebo Samuel. And ball comes out as he hits the ground. That's not going to be a fumble. He immediately recovered it anyway. Oh yeah, no, that was a great effort by the lineman going inside by San Francisco. This might be the difference maker right here, unless Seattle can get a huge stop immediately. John Jansen, we had a strip sack, and now recovered by Bosa, and now San Francisco is trying to drive and extend their lead. This will be McCaffrey. He has to cut back to the inside. Manages to find some room, running 9 yards. The big V across the field. He's 2nd and 1. And also, we might have to plan a party because the Fenway group is preparing to get a war chest together to buy the Commanders, is what we are hearing. So, we get prepared. All the hockey night in Canada is in the USA. Figures. And Caffrey gets a great burst of speed and will run inside the 40 to the 39. First down for the 49ers. Oh, and that came out of the London Post. Oh, I'm sure Wildflower will be very happy. Hell, everybody will be happy because we get that stain of an owner out of the NFL. They will be free. Hopefully they will be free. But it's good signs, Michael. Good signs. We haven't had a stiff arm yet. No, not one that I've been able to easily catch. We got, once again, McCaffrey, who will get stood up and lose at least a yard. And with that, we will end the third quarter. Yeah. The commie revolution is going to be free. Remember what Gil Scott-Heron, though. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live. Whew. Wow. This has been an enjoyable game. I don't care how it turns out. I'm glad I advertised it. We have had minimal penalties, some good scoring, some great defensive plays, even a strip sack and a recovery from Mr. Nick Bosa. Foster hopes they change the name and the mascot to get rid of the Snyder stench. No, they've already put too much into it, and I'm sure they don't want to go through the same rigmarole that they had to when everybody was suggesting all those weird names, including us trying to get it to the Washington Wildflowers. But yeah, they were also getting mocked for it at every available opportunity, so they definitely don't want that again. Washington is probably one of the least qualified teams to do that because they don't know how to lean in to the mockery. I mean, Dan Snyder was willing to buy up media outlet after media outlet in the DC area just so there would be less people who would criticize his decision making in regards to the team. Wow. All right, so we've definitely got the number of lead changes over 1.5. Potential buyers for Liverpool in the auction include the Toronto Sports Group, Jerry Jones, and Michael Jordan. Oof. Oh, okay. Could be worse. Could be worse. You know what? I'm willing to count that Fenway Sports Group thing as breaking news overshadowing the action. So, if you got that, feel free to mark it off on your card. And now, folks, we have come to the fourth quarter. There's a big drive. Could decide the game. Purdy fakes it. He's got a little bit of room and a great catch by Jennings. It'll be 1st and goal. Wow. Oh no, I thought the Red Wolves or the Red Tails would have been a great option for them, but then they went with the Commanders. Great fake to Mitchell and a decent attempt by number 5 or is that number 6 to come across the field and break it up at the last moment, but no. 1st and goal now. They are down at the 7. Got Kittle in motion out to the near side. Oh. And with that, with the pressure in his face, he does an underhand shovel to Mitchell. That will avoid the intentional grounding call. 2nd and goal. Jerry Jones to get Dan Snyder out. That would... The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that how the saying goes? It's going to be a fake. He had to move around because he got pressured, and it's going to be an easy pass and touchdown to a wide open Elijah Mitchell on the other side of the field. Damn. And now people are getting in their face over in the end zone. This is not going to end well, folks. I can tell you right now. Somebody's going to get hurt by the end of this game. I can feel it. Yeah. Seattle has also just stopped running the ball. I think they thought that they could just abuse the secondary, but I think Kyle Shanahan forced the secondary to tighten up. Meanwhile, they're going to go for 2 points. We've got a 2-point conversion going on here, folks. We could get another space ticked off. Out of the gun is Purdy, and Kittle hauls that in. 2-point conversion made. Yes, that's what we're talking about, Sorgi. Jerry Jones buying Liverpool to let Fenway Sports Group buy the Commanders. And it's now 31-17. San Francisco over Seattle. A big drive coming up for Seattle. They absolutely need to score. Absolutely. Or else they are in deep crap. Of course, I'm sure the Packers fans will accept any pain that either of these teams can go through right now. And the Toronto Sports Group has expressed interest as well. Yeah, Purdy only needs 3 more passing yards to get over 250. So San Francisco is definitely over 225 passing yards. Mark that off on your card. Looks like I'm not getting that upset. All right, let's see. What things can we take care of? Haven't had any interceptions yet. I'm willing to check off former players watching the game because they definitely would have shown it by now with how much action back and forth has been going on in this game. So if any of you have that, feel free to grab it. Let's take a look to see if Seattle has gotten 100 rush yards yet. I don't think so because like y'all said, they stopped running the ball. Oh yeah, they're definitely short. They're definitely short. They're still at 88 rushing yards. Only 143 passing. You know what? From the way that Purdy has been able to recollect himself, I think he is earning Purdy his magic back. Now, we fielded at the goal line, and a hard tackle on number 38 by the San Francisco special teams. Yeah, that fumble right there. Biggest turning point of the game. That great catch by Jennings. There's George Kittle and his tongue. Because that's absolutely what we needed at this point in the game. Yeah, we want Seattle to make this game interesting again. Otherwise, it's going to be a long 14 odd minutes. Faked handoff to Kenneth Walker, and he's going down the field for number 14, Metcalf, who gets at least 13 on that reception. It will be a first down for Seattle. I love this button system so much. It's so much easier for me. Oh, I'm so happy today. I think by the next drive for San Francisco, we will know whether to cross off Purdy as magic, Logan. But I think we're going to get there. I'll let you know. Oh my God, Kenneth Walker's actually running the ball, and he got the first down. There is a flag on the play, though. And it's holding on the offense. Never mind. Don't check off any of Seattle's rushing abilities yet. Yeah, that I wouldn't say right now that Seattle is choking because that was just a great effort by the San Francisco defense to cause that fumble. That's defensive effort. Just some lousy play calling. And now we have enough noise to get another false start. It's going to be 1st and 25 for Seattle. At one point, Toronto was looking to buy the Jags. So they definitely have the cash, you say? Mm-hmm. And now we have to stop play again. Oh. Oh, they had to reset the clock and the crowd is angry. Here comes the noise again. Well, he has to come off the line to make adjustments, and they get even louder. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Smith is going to one-on-one and is just out of the reach of Metcalf, who definitely had it on Ward. Do we count that for anything? Nah, it was overthrown, so it's not a wide receiver drop or a QB fail. It was just out of his reach, so not bad enough to be either one of those. Yeah, we'll find this. We'll find out this summer. Second and 25 now. Going a quick one. And a flag immediately thrown as Metcalf caught that ball. I am not sure what this penalty is going to be. Oh my god, ineligible downfield on the Hawks. Oh. Oh, we have a penalty declined. So if you have penalty declined, check that off on your card. It is now 3rd and a mile. They have to get to the 44 on this 3rd and 22. Empty backfield for Geno, working out of the gun. Here comes the pressure, and they're going quick underneath to number 88, and he's going to be well short, brought down to 31. I don't think they go for it on this. There is no way, no reason they should do that with this much time left in the game. This is a problem. This is a big problem right now for Seattle. But up there, they're punting it away, John. Sorry. Ray McLeod will be back for the punt return. He will field it around the 10. Has a little bit of room to get to the 20. Tries to spin away, and will be brought down around the 34. Now. Oh, God. They're playing that goddamn Had a Bad Day song on here. Why? Why? Just... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tim just has connections everywhere. And I don't know if that specifically counts, because that was it's a very specific reference to anybody who remembers that playing off all the losers on American Idol for a couple seasons back in the day. So it would be a lousy, lousy attempt to relate to the youth. But fuck it, I'm willing to check it off. Announcers try to relate to the youth. Thank you. Oh, hello, Jack. Hope the day's finding you well and that you're getting at least some amount of schadenfreude out of how this game has turned out. At least one way or another. The first half was a barrel of laughs, and then the second half, San Francisco got their first quarter form back and took over. They've scored 15 unanswered points. They now lead 31-17. Things are not looking good for the Seahawks. Let me just check those stats again. Yeah, they definitely got the rushing taken care of on that line. They got the passing taken care of. Well, I'm glad you were able to find the day. As always, that is sometimes a harder accomplishment. And I believe they did get a touchdown off a turnover same drive just now. So if you got that, you can mark that off your card. Now we have a quickie pass to who else? Deebo Samuel. He'll get about 1 yard. That will give him 2, 2nd and 8. 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown in today's game. And Brock Purdy is the youngest QB to do that in a playoff game of all time. He's 23 years old in 18 days. And who knows how many seconds they're counting. And there's his parents in the crowd. Aw, that's nice. Once again, he throws and gets a wide open Deebo Samuel. Touchdown San Francisco. Honestly, I think we call that a dagger. And I am willing to mark off Deebo has to do everything again. And Brock Purdy is magic. It looks like the Geno Smith Redemption Tour might end tonight, but considering how nobody thought the Seahawks would be doing well this season, I think we can call the Geno Smith Redemption Tour a success. They didn't make it very far into the playoffs, but they exceeded everyone's, and I mean everyone's, expectations. A nice block by Ayuk down the field. Purdy now his 3rd passing touchdown of the game. Let's see if that makes any difference here. I'm willing to call it deep hurting for the Seattle fans right now. Meanwhile, Logan claims he has a bingo on card number 1, 4th row across. All right, let's check you out. Get that individual link going. All right, over the point line, Brock Purdy is magic. Over 125 yards rushing for San Francisco. Over 125 yards, 225 yards passing for San Francisco. And a QB rushing TD. Congratulations, Logan. You have the first bingo of the game. And meanwhile, pucks have started to drop in Hockey Night in North America. You know what I think that calls for? I think this calls for a special drink. If you will excuse me, I'm going to put on a little bit of music and go grab some ingredients. Back in a bit. Alright, we are officially back. Oh my god. We have an interception. I come back for an interception. Oh yeah, we definitely have deep hurting checked off at this point. I am so sorry, Seattle fans. I am so sorry that it has to end like this. This is a painful, painful way for the season to wrap up. Oh. Wow. So, in honor of that, and because the color of the drink matches the team so well, we're going to have we're going to make ourselves a pack cast. Oh, man. That's the second Seattle turnover for this game, and now they have it again at the 37. They hand off to Mitchell. He'll be stopped near the line. Woods getting the credit on that tackle. I have outscored them 22-0 in the second half. Ouch. Now, where are all of my important tools? And as Deebo Samuel, he breaks 2 tackles and edges to turn what could have been a no gain into 4 as he runs out of bounds. I'm still way ahead. The clock is ticking down from 9:50 at the moment, so that's why that's not going anywhere. Yeah. 9 minutes and what looks to be 49ers determined to run off as much clock as they can, ahead by 21. I think we can safely call this one in the books unless something drastically different happens at the end of this game. Wow. Out of the gun is Purdy. That's a sideline toss to Jennings, who nearly takes out Pete Carroll as he rolls out of bounds. Damn. Now, just to recall, the ingredients for this: 1.5 ounces of vodka. Todd Wilson knocks one off the post and he dented it, and it's still scoreless in that game. Meanwhile, Jennings got the first down for San Francisco. Once again, Purdy working out of the gun. Mitchell behind him to his left. And will be a handoff, and he'll get wrapped up very quickly for a loss of 2. All right. So now we have our 1.5 ounces of vodka. Going to get our 1/2 ounce of Midori, the melon, liqueur. That's a little bit over, but I think that'll do it. Got second down at 11. Now we got another run for Mitchell, who ends up breaking a couple tackles this time. We'll get about 4. Oh, they'll give him 5 on that. It'll be 3rd and 6. And he just ran over Neal with that play. We're going to have a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice. And now, get to our last ingredient in a moment. After this play, 3rd and 6, snaps it with 1 second on the play clock, and that's Mr. Christian McCaffrey, who will dance his way to a gain of 8 and a first down. Now, Normally the last ingredient in this is a little bit of green chartreuse, but like I said, green chartreuse has become a little bit more difficult. They've started limiting the amount that they're exporting to the United States, and only like restaurants who like have it reserved for craft cocktails that are on their menu are getting it. And meanwhile, we have an injury timeout for Seattle. They don't lose it, but we do have to take a break. So I thought, what is still something that could be painful to drink on its own, but might add a little bit of bitterness to this? And I thought, oh, I live in Illinois, so I can get hold of Malort. Now, listen to anybody who visits Chicago. If you're at a bar and anyone offers you a Chicago handshake, do not take it. It is a ploy by them to trick you into doing shots of Malort. So we will just do a quarter of a teaspoon, because it turns out an eighth of a teaspoon, as I discovered last night, was not quite enough to make a real difference. Still fairly muted. And usually all these special botanicals, they have their own sort of unique blend of making your mouth regret everything it's ever done. But I figured since chartreuse is a little bit harder to get these days, that you could go for something like Malort or anything else that you would have a contest with somebody about how long you can keep it in your mouth before grimacing or spitting it out. And Logan's just bragging now. He got another bingo. All right. There'll be another run from Mitchell. He'll take off some time off the clock with a gain of 2. Dump in some ice. Give this a good stir. No. I'm still rather enjoying my natural state of being alive, True North. We bring in the kerosene when that changes, and I don't really foresee it changing anytime soon. Oh yeah, there's that cold I was looking for. We're going to have a pitch behind the line to Mitchell. The Seattle defense will sniff that out very quickly. I think we're getting closer. I think we're definitely getting closer. We did have an interception, John. I don't think I officially marked that off, so... And led to a Deebo Samuel touchdown. We also marked off Brock Purdy as magic, and Deebo has to do everything again. And now Brock Purdy has to run. He is waiting. And, oh, he had Ayuk, and Ayuk could not hold on to it. Mark off, wide open receiver drop. Oh, crap. All right. We reserve the pine tar for the special occasions, True North. And in case y'all don't have your calendars updated, we got TD off of the same drive. TD off of turnover for same drive because of the fumble from Bosa. Yeah, Leif. It was very close through that whole first half. But damn. They just came out and brutalized the Seahawks in the second half. We're now up to 41-17. Damn. Well, like I said, Leif, Nobody expected the Hawks to do anything this year, and the fact that you made it, let alone had above a 500 record. This pack cast, colored as close to action green as I can possibly get with ingredients available to me. It goes up to you and the rest of the 12. Let's see if y'all can build on the success of this season next year. I'll have another return from the goal line, which number 38, whose name I don't know how to pronounce, will get back up to the 24, maybe. And now they're going to add to their win streak. I don't know if they usually count playoff games for those sorts of things. Yeah, I am. You should be proud of your team this season, man. I think Tom was rooting for Team Meteor for this game. A nice dump-off pass underneath to Walker. Flag comes in pretty quickly from the sideline judge. Another ineligible downfield. That's like the third or fourth penalty that they've had on that with that particular foul today. Kind of a shame. He was rooting for chaos, so for like all the players on both teams to turn into penguins and try to take over Santa Clara. I mean, I could have been down with that, honestly. We'll have a catch for Lockett here, who will get out of bounds. Yeah. Now they're talking about that trade again and how Bobby Wagner went away. Oh, nice job by Gino to evade the pressure. And he will run out of bounds just at the first down marker. And she has arrived to tell the Niners to build. I am not laughing at you. She is just, your enthusiasm. All right, Gino gets it to DK Metcalf, who will get stood up after a gain of 3. I would hope that Gino would stick around in Seattle, because he definitely proved himself as still being a viable option at QB. And Kenneth Walker will get a run up the middle for a first down. Clock will continue to wind. There is not really much of a sense of urgency that I can see anyway. Oh, they're having to move Pete Carroll off the field. Oh, now they're back at the line. 3:35 to go. Gino having to wait. He will find Parkinson on a completion for about 5. Once again to the near sideline. They're giving him 6 on that. It will be 2nd and 4. And Seattle still has a number 5 pick and another receiver drop. DK Lockett. Ugh. 3rd and 4. Oh, yeah, that's true. You guys got Tariq Woolen, who's become a great a great presence in the secondary for you. I don't think he's been challenged much today for whoever he has been guarding. I haven't heard his name called at all, I think, during the broadcast. 3rd and 4, Geno Smith waiting. Has to keep dancing. And is off target for Parkinson over the middle. Incomplete. Yeah, ESPN only has the Monday night this week, I think. I don't know what I say anymore, Leif. Oh, they're going for it on 4th down. I think they got it, though. So mark off Seattle going for it on 4th down. Oh, yeah. Don't have a hate boner competition in this chat, guys. Everybody can tell you how much they hate a certain team over another. We all have equal amounts of hate for everybody. I'm not sure Seattle's going to run anymore. They're trying to drive down the field. They need to stop the clock, and Angie is knocking my monitors around in the process of trying to clean herself up. And that's going to be a catch for Johnson near the 10-yard line. Oh, this is going to be officially 1st and goal. Catch you around, Ishii. But meanwhile, we have a incomplete that will stop the clock at 2:32. Seahawks now leads the all-time series 30-20, and they've split their 2 postseason mashups. Honestly, Leif, I don't even want to touch the Cliff Kingsbury stuff. I've already seen some of the jokes online, and they kind of upset me for reasons I'm not going to go into. Quick reception on the sidelines for Lockett. Take another 5 seconds off the clock. 3rd and goal now for Seattle. All right. 3rd and goal. Got Parkinson out to the right. And Smith has too much pressure coming on him, and he will get sacked. Number 94 will take all the credit. Mantha got a... Meanwhile, we will let this run down to the 2-minute warning as, oh God. Yep. I already knew I was getting old when I was hearing stuff that I listened to when I was younger play in the grocery store at 10 o'clock in the morning. But hearing the friggin' 10,000 Maniacs get played as the outro music on friggin' Fox NFL... 10,000 Maniacs, who were like one of the landmark bands of early alternative in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Oh. Let's take a look just for John to see where those rushing totals are at. Yeah, I officially have it. Whoa. The Seahawks have gone over the passing line and they are over the rushing line. Meanwhile, the Leafs take a 1-0 lead over the Bruins. Nope, they're just trying to expand their market reach. So, John, let me check your card. I think you may have yourself a bingo if you're looking for it that enthusiastically. Your card number 9, I believe. And if you do have one, it's on the right side. Defense did something. QB sneak. Seattle over 100 yards rushing. They went for it on 4th down and they had a 50-plus yard field goal. Congratulations, John. You are the second bingo of the game. Oh, this is much more fun. We can get some. Yeah, we did have Brock Purdy magic. He's definitely done some magic with his evasiveness and ability to try to find plays out of nothing. Currently, Islanders lead the Habs 2-0. The Canucks are over the Panthers 1-0 in Florida, and the Avs are beating the Senators 1-0. We're still diddling around with the 2-minute warning meanwhile, and Juszczyk and McCaffrey are comparing casserole recipes on the sideline. At least that's what I assume they're doing. 4th and goal. A 4th and goal. Either way, this is probably going to do it for the Seahawks on their season. And a flag because of a shove in the back. That's going to be a spot foul and a 1st down for Seattle. Just a clumsy foul by number 26 on that play. Yeah. He was just no, it wasn't a shove in the back. He was just wrapping him up like it was a hug party that nobody wanted to be invited to. Tim finally has a card, and it is number 12. We'll cover all the spaces as soon as we find an appropriate time to pause, and we'll try to get everybody taken care of. And that was a little too far out in front of Parkinson for that. Incomplete. Takes 3 seconds off the clock. Sorry, I know I'm geeking out over this thing more than I should, but every time I can improve the workflow in here and make my life easier, honestly, it makes me feel like I'm progressing as far as doing this whole streaming thing. Now let's get to Sorgy's question. 9 free agents that are top 32 in passing yards, and oh, look, DK Metcalf touchdown. Brady, Mayfield, Garoppolo, Jones, Brissett, Smith, Dalton, Heineke, and Jackson. Where would I rank them 1 through 9? Oh. Oh, that is tough. I'll have to take a moment to think about that one, Sorgy. Meanwhile, there's a failed 2-point conversion, so if you have 2-point conversion failed, be sure to mark that off on your card as well. Oh yeah, too little, too late. But at least they got a solid drive out of it. Let me take these and copy them so that I can, because I'm much more of a visual person. Where's that keyboard? Oh, there's the keyboard over there. Let's get those 4 seconds off the clock so we can be as accurate as possible for everybody who is coming in. And once again, no, it only qualifies as a failed 2-point conversion, Foster. Meanwhile, McCaffrey covers that onside kick, and we can officially put this one in the books, folks. And Lars Ellett goes to the box for slashing. Well, Foster, we'll go through. We might be able to find a bingo for you. Oh no, they're not going to let him run it down. They aren't. Meanwhile, that's a run by number 24, Hassan, who will get up and gain about 8 yards. All right, while all of this is happening, I'm going to go through everything that we have been able to get so far. The 49ers won the sack battle, so if you got sacks, Niners get more, mark that off on your cards. Let's see. How many turnovers have we had this game? We've only had 2 turnovers this game, so we are under 2.5 for turnovers in the game. The 49ers are under 2.5 rushing touchdowns. Niners have definitely covered the spread. We didn't get a turnover on downs, surprisingly. Oh, now they're in victory formation. Oh yeah, we got plenty of lead change. We got enough lead changes to go over 1.5. All right. So, going down the list from the top to the bottom. This is not like an official order, but just as I'm reading it. So we have had, in this game, penalty is declined. We gave you former players watching the game just because of a lack of action on other fronts. We have had a fumble, an interception, a sack. Meanwhile, D'Angelo got a power play goal. We got the defense did something. Announcers try to relate to the youth. Flyers lead Caps 1-0. Good for you, Flyers. Home QB gets first passing touchdown of game. Strip sack. We had 2-point conversion fails, 2-point conversion made, number of lead changes over 1.5, touchdown off a turnover, same drive, deep hurting for Seattle fans, therefore the Packcast. Refs subbed for a personal foul in the first half on Brock Purdy that was missed, a 50-plus yard field goal, 10-plus yard QB run. Breaking news overshadows the action. That was the news that the Toronto Sports Group is freeing up capital to possibly buy the Commanders. Breaking news overshadows the action. Wide open receiver drop. Ball control for that fantastic Metcalf catch earlier. San Francisco over 225 yards passing. San Francisco over 225 yards rushing. Seattle got over on both rushing and passing. We got over the USA Today point line. The Niners covered the spread. We had a QB rushing touchdown, a QB sneak. San Francisco was under 2.5 rushing touchdowns. It was a total of under 2.5 turnovers in the game. We officially got 2. Seattle went for it on 4th down. San Francisco did not. Niners got more sacks. 49ers secondary did get burned. The Russell Wilson in the trade got mentioned. We got a glimpse of Pete Carroll chewing his bubblegum. Brock Purdy is magic. And Debo has to do everything again. Now we'll just take a moment to sit, wait, see if anybody else was able to score another bingo. Meanwhile, I don't think I got it. Yeah, I really don't think I did. Nope, didn't get that Hail Mary. Niners did get more sacks. We were under on turnovers. Didn't get same play. Debo has to do everything. Got an interception. No upset. Whew. Yeah. I also had to consciously make an effort not to mark off anything on my card that would automatically give me a bingo, just to try to be fair to everybody else. Yeah. Fenway buying Commanders, Toronto possibly buying Liverpool. So many of us were so close. Well, like I am wont to say on this show, even those of you who didn't win or get a bingo today, y'all are still winners in my heart. I'm still amazed that people show up to these streams, you know, considering I am truly a long-haired leaping gnome, YouTube-wise. And, haha! It was at least a fun first half. I think we can all agree. Yes, San Francisco was definitely over 125 yards rushing. Everybody was over on everything. No, they only had 2 rushing touchdowns in the game, Tim. So we might have. We're waiting for Tim to see if he got himself a bingo. We're not quite done yet because we gotta close out to make sure we give every possible opportunity for somebody to win at this. Bingo is the most important reason that we're here. I mean, you know, the football is whatever, that can do whatever that it does, but I know what we're really here for. It's the bingo cards. So how's it going, Tim? Do you somehow get a bingo? Yes, Seattle. Both teams got the over on all of their rushing and passing goals as I set them down in the list. I think I may have to readjust for tomorrow's game as well. Once again, I'm going to be doing Giants versus Vikings tomorrow, which was the only game that appealed to me out of that entire Sunday slate. Oh, in case you're wondering, True North, Angie is sleeping right here on her blanket underneath my monitors. I wouldn't consider this a choke, John. It was just outright dominance by the 49ers, especially in that second half. You know, Seattle really wasn't making mistakes. It was the 49ers defense that was just overpowering them for most of the game. Take your time, Tim. We got nowhere to be, and the other game hasn't started yet. And there's Brock Purdy getting in his time with Pam Oliver. He's texting his girl, "Hey, babe, you up?" Oh, he's doing the team's social media thing for the victory speech off the team. Coach a little longer with Big Red is we've spotted Pete Carroll chewing gum on camera. Just so we could have a fun space that was a probable freebie for everybody involved. The strange thing is the gum didn't come out until the second half. I don't know if that has any immediate bearing on the game or the Seattle's play calling, but it is something interesting to note. at the first half, where Seattle was actually able to keep things really even. Carroll didn't have any gum in his mouth in the second half. The gum got put in, and what do you know? Montreal got a shot on goal. No missed field goals. Jacob Myers and Robbie Gould were very good today. Jacob Myers was the one who got a 56-yard field goal, actually, to end the first half and give the lead. No big man TD. If I didn't call it in that initial rundown, there's no more. It is done. I've checked off everything I can feel good about checking off without really stretching like Stretch Armstrong. And I think we are getting closer to the proportions for adding Malort to a pack cast. Correction on the goal. Deflection, so Lawton credited 77 with the assist. All right. Oh, I have to say, I think this was a good start to the playoffs. You know, things got away from Seattle in the second half, and the 49ers came out, ready to destroy everything in their path. But once again, Seattle, you defied everybody's expectations. Y'all have a great draft pick coming up this April. Use it. Hopefully you improve and you make everybody even angrier next season. And me, as a true lover of chaos, is very much looking forward to that. So, that is going to truly do it for this episode of Another Stupid Sports Show, as the Caps tied up with the Flyers. And Ovi, of course, with a bomb. It had to be Ovi. It had to be Ovechkin. Well, once again, thank you everybody for being here. I hope you all have a great night tonight, whether you're watching the Jags game or making more chicken tenders. I will be back tomorrow for Vikings Giants. Hope you can make it as well. We will have bingo cards ready for that one. This has been Another Stupid Sports Show on 106.9 Click FM. My name is Jim B. Thank you for being here. And good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.